for acquiring the capital, for getting the money from the public or from the other institutes. These four ways are equity share capital, preference capital, debt capital, and internal flow. While deciding that which capital is better for us, at that time we need to think about the cost of that particular capital. Cost of equity, cost of preference, cost of debt, or cost of retained earnings. So out of that four different sources, we have first calculating and determining the value or a cost of equity capital. For calculating the cost of equity capital, we have number of methods. Roughly, we have 5 methods. Okay, the first method is dividend approach method. Number 2, dividend approach plus growth, or dividend price plus growth. Number 3, earning price share approach, shortly known as EPS. Fourth one, bond yield plus risk premium. Okay, in the first method, dividend approach or dividend rate approach, price approach, we are taking only the dividend, D divided by NP. That's all. Okay. Second method, D divided by NP plus G. Third method, earning per share, E divided by NP. Fourth method, bond yield, return on risk-free security plus risk premium, or bond yield on a bond, long-term bonds plus risk premium. And last method that we are discussing in the last session, that CAPM. CAPM stand for Capital Asset Pricing Model. Most important practical question for all of you for mid examination. There are 3 main methods: dividend or dividend growth. One question from that 2 methods. Okay, dividend plus dividend growth. And second one is capital asset pricing model. Quickly, I explained the concept because in the last class we have hurried to know the answer. So again, I will explain the concept. This entire method is dependent upon 2 elements, 2 parameters. First parameter is risk-free return or a premium. The risk-free return means if we have invested some amount in some of schemes, okay, specifically fixed deposit, specifically some insurance scheme, and specifically some government bonds or government security. So in that case, fixed return is there, but risk is 0. If you invested or if you have created the FD with the SBI Bank for ₹5 lakh, okay, and by chance, in case FDI is going to shut down in the next 2 years, okay, in 2024, bank बंद हो रहा है. So in that case, the government of India is responsible to repay your principal amount. Are we clear? तो आपका मनी कहीं पे जा नहीं रहा, भले ही बैंक बंद हो जाए, कंपनी बैंक हो जाए, इंश्योरेंस कंपनी बैंक हो जाए, और गवर्नमेंट तो कभी बंद होती नहीं है. ओके, वो चेंज होती है, बंद नहीं होती. Are we clear? So one is risk free return, second one is risk premium or additional risk premium. If I invested some amount in the share market, definitely the risk is there, and that risk is more than all the other securities. Okay. Suppose I have invested right now 5 lakh rupees in Tata Motors. Tata Motors. So there is a great possibility that after 2 years, or suppose 3 years, my amount will become bigger. Are you getting my point? 2 ही ईयर में वो डबल होने की possibilities है, because the Tata Motors is now growing company, well established company. Same if I invest in a Reliance Corporation Limited, I will get the same amount, double amount within a few years. Okay, if I invest the same amount in Apple or Samsung or some giant companies, so I will get a double amount within a few years. So are we clear? Why there is that much of return? Because there is a risk. If I invested some of amount in ABC company, it may happen that by very next week or by very next day, the price or market price of the shares will decline, and you will also lose your principal amount. You can take an example of Sadmeta. Okay, in that scheme, initially the price goes like this up to that pickup level, the maximum level of the share market, and suddenly the price falls up to the bottom level. बात समझ में आई? तो 30 रुपीज थे वो 3000 तक गए थे और वापस से 3000 से 3 रुपीज हो गए. So if you have invested 30 rupees in a short period, you have a capacity to earn 3000 rupees, or in a short period there is any possibility that you will raise your 27 rupees. Remaining 23 is only there. Are we clear? So that's why there are two parameters. One is a risk-free return. उतना तो minimum मिलना ही चाहिए, और plus आप जो भी risk ले रहे हो उसका भी एक premium मिलना चाहिए. And based on that, we have formulated this formula. K is equal to RF plus VF in bracket RM minus RF. Here RF stands for risk-free return plus beta factor. Beta factor means the risk factor. Is gone down somewhere. Beta factor is also known as risk factor, and here two types of risk are there: business risk and finance risk. Concept is clear? And RM stands for market return. Now we try to solve this practical question with the help of this formula. A Morgan Limited says beta factor is 1.4. This 1.4 represents the risk factor for a company. Number two, the risk-free rate if the interest on government security is 9%. If we invest the same amount in the government securities when there is a zero risk, we will get minimum how many percentage? 9%. If I invest 100 rupees, I will get 9 rupees. And on an average, जो भी कंपनी है, कौन सी कंपनी है? मॉडर्न लिमिटेड. The expected rate of return on a company equity. Okay, जो भी कंपनी यहाँ पे है मॉडर्न लिमिटेड, उसके इक्विटी शेयर पे ऑन एन एवरेज मार्केट में कितना रिटर्न मिल रहा है? 16%. Are we clear about these three parameters? 9% is risk-free return, 16% is a market return, and 1.4 is beta factor. Now put these values in the formula. So here KE is equal to is RF plus BF in bracket RM minus RF. One more thing. Please remember the formula, because in 2018 or in 2019, in a final examination, one question is there. Okay, note down the equation of CAPM. Write down or note down the equation of CAPM. Equation means this formula. Are we clear? Now put the values. RF 9% means 0.09 plus BF 1.4 in a bracket 0.16 minus 0.09. Very good. हाँ, बाकी तक कैलकुलेशन हमने कर लिया था, वो आपके छोड़ता हूँ मैं. हाँ प्लीज यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ. First we work on a bracket, so it's a 0.07 0.09 plus 1.4 into 0.07. तो आपका आंसर रॉन्ग आएगा. एक चीज 0.098 प्लस करो 0.078
सर, और अगर हम पहले बार का एडिशन करके फिर इंक्लूड करें ना
1 minute, 1 minute. Step by step. Here, everyone. Be here. Keep silent. यहाँ तक सही है? Any doubt? Yes. Any error? No. Now 0.07 into 1.4 कितना आएगा? ये लिखा है, सही है? Okay. Now edit. 188. Anyone. No. 0.88. 188.
0.188.
ये मैंने लिखा वो सही है? Wait. Now everyone listen to me. This answer is given by you. Okay, in the last session. 0.1043. That is your answer, your calculation. We have not calculated this question in a class. Are we clear? तो ये आपका आंसर था और ये आंसर गलत. And why this mistake is there? Because in the last session you have done the calculation. First you have added this one 0.09 plus 0.14. क्लियर है? क्लियर है एवरीवन? वापस से प्लीज वापस से कंसेप्ट पे आओ. कंसेप्ट क्या था? टू पैरामीटर्स, रिस्क फ्री रिटर्न एंड additional risk. Okay, so here 0.09 is our risk free return. We are not allowed to touch that particular amount until the last stage. Are we clear? And see here, BF means beta factor risk premium into RM minus RF. RM means market return, RF means risk free return. Let me take one example. I said 5 minus 2, how many? 3. Okay, और 1 और plus 2 3. तो मैं यहाँ कह सकता हूँ कि 3 रुपीज है वो मेरा एडिशनल प्रीमियम है. 3 रुपीज मेरा एडिशनल प्रीमियम, रिस्क प्रीमियम. अब वो मैं दो तरह से कैलकुलेट कर सकता हूँ. 1 is my business risk, 2 is my finance. If I add 1 business risk, 2 finance risk, 3 risk. Okay, rupees 3 risk. Okay, or second thing, on an average the market return is 5 rupees and risk free return is 2 rupees. Are you getting my point? तो अगर मैं मार्केट रिटर्न है टोटल, सॉरी मार्केट रिस्क, जितना भी टोटल मार्केट रिस्क है उसमें से रिस्क फ्री रिटर्न लेस कर दूं तो I will get the risk factor. Are you getting my point? Either I add 1 plus 2. 1 is my business risk plus 2 my financial risk. I will get the total risk. Okay, or other way, on an average the market risk is 5. Okay, and your risk free return is how many? 2. Both the answer right? Now the doubts are clear, calculations are clear. So whenever this type of question is there, you need to work on a bracket first, okay, then after multiplication, then after addition. Are we clear? Again I repeat, first of all write down the formula, put the values. After putting the values, work on an internal bracket. Whatever the answer you will get, multiply with the beta factor and then add that particular risk free return. Chalo. Up to this end out, any query? No? Okay, before moving ahead, let me take one of the example, so we'll get a clear idea. Okay, question number 9. Now you need to guide me what I do first. Question number 9. Read the details. Okay. Try to find the values that required to use in a formula. Okay. ABC Limited shares beta factor is how many? 2.3. So this is your BF. ये हमारा BF है 2.3. The risk-free rate, if the interest rate on government securities, how many? 6%. So RF stand for 6%. Very good. And expected return on market? RM. That is 25%. Now, can you tell me the formula? KE is equal to RF plus BF in a bracket RM minus RF. Put the values. RF 0.06 plus BF 2.3 in a bracket RM 0.25 minus 0.06. यहाँ पे मुझे कंप्लीट करने दो 0.19 437 0.497. हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे एग्जामिनेशन डिपार्टमेंट में कि आप जो भी क्लास में हो वो क्लास में सुपरविजन, हाँ मैं सुपरविजन करने आऊँ कि पेपर सॉल्व करने आऊँ? Be here. Now we are clear about CFM. Okay. Now next type of shares. The next we have preference shares. Okay. Again, I repeat, up to this, whatever we have discussed, this is all about equity shares. There are 5 methods. Dividend price approach, dividend price plus growth, APA, bond yield, and CFA. Now, second source of finance is preference capital. Already we know that what they mean by preference and types of preference. Don't worry, we have 8 types of preferences, but we don't have a different methods for each and every type of shares. We have only 2 methods to calculate the cost of preferences. And here cost of preference share means a minimum return on preference shares capital. Minimum return on preference capital. If I add instead of E, if I replace the E with the P, it becomes KP, and KP means cost of preference capital. So here, all the types of preference shares, it may a convertible, it may a non-convertible, it may a redeemable, it may a irredeemable, participative, non-participative, cumulative, non-cumulative, and convertible and non-convertible. If these 8 types of shares are there in a preferences, but mainly we calculate the cost of 2 different shares. One is irredeemable preferences and number 2 is redeemable preferences. Why we are calculating only 2, that you will get to know after the completion of this practical question. So first we start with the cost of irredeemable preferences. Write down the title. The main title is cost of preference capital. Under that, the first one is cost of irredeemable preference share. Cost of irredeemable preferences. Now, please be here only with open mind. See whether it is convertible, non-convertible. Everyone here. Whether it is convertible, non-convertible, participative, non-participative, cumulative, or non-cumulative. This 6. Again, I repeat: cumulative, non-cumulative, participative, non-participative, convertible, and non-convertible. This 6 shares, preference shares. Once it is issued for the lifetime. Are we clear? अगर एक बार कंपनी ने ये प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स इश्यू कर दिए तो ये कंपनी के पास है for the entire life of the company. Whether it is participative or non-participative, it's remain a preference shares and it's remain for a lifetime. Are we clear? So बाकी जो भी shares है except only one, that is redeemable share. Except the redeemable shares, all the calculations or the cost of all the other shares will calculate it with the help of this formula. So here we are not discussing only the cost of irredeemable capital, preference capital, but we are calculating the cost of irredeemable preference capital, cost of convertible preference capital, cost of non-convertible, cost of participative preference shares, cost of non-participative preference shares, cost of cumulative shares, and cost of are we clear? तो यहाँ पे irredeemable preference shares नहीं है, सभी preference shares की कैपिटल की कॉस्ट इसी वे से, इसी फॉर्मूला से कैलकुलेट होगी. Now look at the formula. Get the idea what we need to do. KP is equal to DP divided by NP. Here DP means आपका जो WhatsApp में लगता है वो नहीं. Okay? जो WhatsApp पे हम लगाते हैं वो DP की बात नहीं. वो यहाँ पे क्या कौन सा DP है? D means dividend and P stands for preference. D means dividend and P means preference. So we can write dividend on a preference share. DP means dividend on a preference share. अगर कोई आपको पूछे कि आपका DP कहाँ है तो बोलना कि मेरे पास preference shares नहीं. Are we clear? NP you know. How we find NP? Face value plus premium minus issue expenses, or else face value minus discount minus issue expenses. Are we clear about the concept? Your concept is very clear. Cost of preference capital, cost of all the preference capital except the ready member. Now let's take a practical question to understand it. Sorry. Wait. Okay, so are you ready for the next question? Yeah. Question number 10. Don't hurry to write the information and don't hurry to go for the calculation. Please try to understand first, then after we go. XYZ Limited issues 20,000 8% preference shares of ₹100 each. Again, I repeat it. XY Limited issues 20,000 8% preference shares each of ₹100. Cost of issue is ₹2 per share. Calculate the cost of preference capital if the shares are issued at a par, at a premium of 10% and at a discount of 6%. The question is clear? Okay. Now, my question to all of you here in this question for XYZ Limited, can you tell me the percentage of dividend or a dividend per share? 8%. किसने बोला 8%? Raise your hand. Those are in online mode. Please say your answer. 1, 2, 3. What about others? Suppose I say that 10% loan. What do you mean by 10% loan? What do you mean by 10% loan? Or suppose I say 5% bonds. Or suppose I say 20% debenture. Any idea? So whenever there is a percentage, that percentage represents the return to that particular security. Okay? Here 10% loan. Here 10% loan means in this loan you need to pay 10% interest. Are we clear? 10% loan means 10% interest is there. 5% bond means 5% interest will be there. 20% debentures means 20% interest is there. Debenture interest. Here you see 8% preference shares means 8% represent the dividend percentage or dividend amount that company pay every year. Are we clear? So when I say 8%, 12%, 15%, that 15% or 12% represent the return. If it is loan, interest. If it is bonds and debentures, again interest. If it is preferences, it is a dividend. Specifically, preference dividend. So are we clear? Okay. So here DP is our how many percentage? 8%. Okay. Now moving ahead, we also need NP. Can you tell me the formula? Face value plus premium if you have premium less issue expenses, or if we have discount, then face value minus discount minus issue expenses. स्टूडेंट यहाँ पे गलती करते हैं, मैं नहीं चाहता कि आप यहाँ पे गलती करो। NP is equal to face value plus premium if we have premium minus issue expenses. If we have discount, then we need to deduct the discount from the face value and issue expenses also. What is the formula here? K, here K, KD or KA or E, P, KP. Okay. Here KP is equal to DP and P. Now this formula is remain same for all the options. Now we have three different options. Yeah, please internal. A, B, and C. In A at a par, in a B with a premium, and in C at a discount. My all dear students, I have covered three different practical questions in a one question. If I want to ask three different questions, I will remove the last options. Okay. First, I ask at a par value. Second, I ask at a premium, and third question at a discount. Are we clear? So within this one practical question, we are trying to solve three different practical questions. So first, we go for A. A में क्या ऑप्शन है? एट par. Now put the, if you have written the formula above these options, no need to put every time. Okay, directly put the values. DP, how many percentage? 8%. 8 divided by 100, 0.8 divided by NP, net profit. First of all, write down the face value. How many rupees? Face value 100 minus premium or discount. In option A, no discount, no premium. Okay, nothing to add or nothing to deduct. And less issue expenses. Issue expenses 2 rupees. 0.08 divided by 98. 0. Are you sure? 0. Wait. गलती कर दी. Wait. All my dear, please be here. मैंने भी आपके फ्लो में हाँ कर दिया. Now give me the answer. Here 8% means not 8% of 1 rupee, but here 8% means 8% of face value, and face value is 100. 0.0813. 63. Okay. Are we clear about the first one? Yes. Now moving for B part. Which option with the premium of 10%? Okay. Premium of 10%. Now dividend, is there any change in dividend? No. 8 divided by NP. Your face value 100. We have premium. Premium of how many percent? 10%. Means we need to add how many rupees? 100 plus 10 minus issue expenses 2 rupees per share. So 8 divided by 108, and final answer is Like this. Now the C at discount, how many percentage? 6%. So 8 divided by inner bracket 100. Here we have discount, so we need to deduct the 6 rupees minus 2 rupees. Okay. 8 divided by 92. Are we clear? Yes. It is easy to remember, easy to calculate. See, my dear all, everyone, please be here. It is easy because I am with you. Okay? It is easy because I am standing here and I am guiding you. Once you do the same at your place, you will get the difficulties. So, my one suggestion to all of you, okay, please do more and more practice. Okay, what I received generally the complaints from the students after giving the examinations, they said, sir, we have done all the calculations. Okay, she comes to me, sir, आज का पेपर तो बहुत बढ़िया गया, जितने भी क्वेश्चन आपने पूछे थे वो सबके मुझे आंसर आ गए. क्या बोलता है? सबके आंसर आ गए. वो भी बोले कि सर मुझे सब प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन के आंसर आ गए. Okay, now I am checking the papers. Okay, personally I know the handwritings. Wait, ये सभी के मुझे याद नहीं रहते, लेकिन जो few students हैं उनके मुझे याद होता है. Now मैं उसका पेपर चेक कर रहा हूँ. मैंने देखा कि here he has done the calculations rightly. She has written the answer, but instead of 8, she has taken 0.08. Are you getting my point? जो हमने पहले मिस्टेक की थी वही. तो ऐसी मिस्टेक ना हो उसका ख्याल रखना. ठीक? Now, any doubt, any query or fear? In the next practical question, we will go for the cost of redeemable preferences, and with this, one surprise is for you, but that is in the next class. And last announcement from my side. Today, I will upload 2 assignments in your Google Classroom. Assignment 1 and assignment 2. Assignment 1 and assignment 2